Hi writers! Today we are going to be starting a unit on poetry. Does anyone know what a poem is? If you know, I encourage you to go find a sibling or a parent and share what you think a poem is to them. Poetry is a genre or type of writing, just like we learned about nonfiction and fiction and opinion writing. So we're going to spend the next few minutes exploring some different poems. I'll read to you some poems that I like. Okay, the first one is called Snowball. I made myself a snowball as perfect as could be. I thought I'd keep it as a pet and let it sleep with me. I made it some pajamas and a pillow for its head. Then last night it ran away, but first it wet the bed. That poem is by Shel Silverstein, and I really like that one. I'm going to read you a few more that I like. This one's called The First Day of School. The first day of school. I wonder if my drawing will be as good as theirs. I wonder if they'll like me or just be full of stares. I wonder if my teacher will look like Mom or Graham. I wonder if my puppy will wonder where I am. This one's called Fishing. Fishing. Fishing is fun, is neat, is often wet feet. Fishing is bass, is carp, is scales that are sharp. Fishing is bait, is worms, a night crawler squirms. Fishing is catching, is cleaning, is washing, is eating. I'll read you one more. It's dark in here. I'm writing these poems from inside a lion, and it's rather dark in here. So please excuse the handwriting, which may not be too clear, but this afternoon by the lion's cage, I'm afraid I got too near. And I'm writing these lines from inside a lion, and it's rather dark in here. That's also from Shel Silverstein. It's one of my favorite poets. Did you notice anything about the poems I read? Take a minute to think about that. I noticed that poems can be about a bunch of different topics. Some poems can be really short, some poems can be long, some poems can rhyme, some poems don't have to rhyme, and there are so many ways to write a poem. Did you know that writers of poetry are called poets? Yeah, so we're going to be writing poetry and we're going to be called poets. And poets usually write about things that are important to them or things that they love. They write poems about special places, special people, special animals, and special times in their lives. Can you think of something that is special or important to you? Today, we are going to be brainstorming a list of things that are important to us. Each one of you is going to fill up a brainstorming grid with things that are important to you. You're going to be using this grid for ideas of what we can write our poems on. Okay, so your grid is going to look like this. It says people, places, and things that are special and important to me. Then it says by. So I'm going to write by Miss Kenzie. And now I am going to fill out my grid, okay? And what you're going to do is draw a quick sketch and just a word or two about what you drew. Okay, so the first thing that's really special and important to me is my dog. So I am going to draw my dog. You know I love my dog Cooper. So I'm going to write my dog in the first box. Okay? The next thing that's really important to me, or that I think is really special, is a sunset. I don't know about you, but I love watching the sunset. I think it's really cool, and I think it might be cool to write a poem about that. Next thing I'm going to write about is the ocean. Miss Kenzie really misses the ocean and the waves. So one thing that's special to me is the ocean. Okay? Another thing that's really important to me is my family and my friends. So I'm going to write family and friends. Next, I have been doing a lot of reading during this time. So one thing I'm going to add to my list is books, because I've been doing so much reading. And the last thing I'm going to add is, I'm sure you have been doing this too, but I've been spending a lot of time in my house. So that's a special and important place to me, my house. So what you're going to do, second graders, is you are going to print this brainstorming sheet out. Okay, it's attached under Poetry Day 1, where you found this video. You're going to print it out and then write down some things in the boxes that are special and important to you. We're going to use this list to write different poems. Okay, so what you're going to do is print it out, write some things that are really special and important to you, and then just keep it somewhere safe in your house. Okay, you don't have to turn it into me, I don't have to see it, but I want to make sure that you have this somewhere safe in your house, so when we start writing more poems, you're able to take it out and use your list of things that are really important to you. Awesome job, poets. I cannot wait to get started. See ya.